4:30 in the morning. Now we wake up, we pray, we get our coffee, our espresso, X black with honey. I know, so I'm gonna go down the street and get him some. Then we train, like the old good days, because real champions never stop. And then we tune in, guys. Let's get ready to rumble.
Gonna build something real nice down there for
Black with honey.
yep.
Should be okay. Say, hi mom, I'm on TV.
I don't go that exactly the route.
So, this is black, like black with honey.
Yeah.
Man, it's pretty good, huh?
No, I tell you, that's like my own thing.
That's how you like. Evander, you remember how we met at the gym and how you came up with that nickname, Rocky?
Well, yeah, because it was amazing to see you box and all these guys was professionals. You were there, but you were just beginning.
Back in the day, yeah.
And the fact that you go in there with all these guys, and it showed me that you were tough, and you didn't even know what you actually didn't have the concept what boxing would really work. Because in my whole thing, I started boxing at the age of 8, so when everybody just I'm telling you ain't hit hard, but you had more energy. You just fought with everything, and like this, and then each and every older you get, then you start learning how to jab. But when guys didn't have a good jab, you could just come in and hit them with a lot of punches, and so you were fighting pretty much like that, just out of this determination. So you were doing real well, but they were taking advantage because they realized everybody wanted to get in there with you, but they said they whooped somebody.
Yeah.
Like that. So but my whole thing, I just knew it was wrong just to take advantage of anybody. I don't. You're only white guy that was sitting there.
Only white guy. Yeah.
Only white guy in there, and they were taking advantage. And I like saying,
At the beginning, then you start praying, digging in and giving him out of time.
Yeah, you got better. I see, that's what life is about. Everybody in tough times. Because I remember, I would tell my mama what would happen. I said, Mama, I know I beat the guy. I know I beat the guy because he was crying.
Yeah.
And the kid really wanted to quit. The coach wouldn't let him quit. And because they knew he was gonna get it anyway, if he go the whole distance. Like this. And so, because I realized that how somebody gonna cry, and the coach is telling me, just stay on in there. Because they knew he was gonna get it if he go the distance. So I would tell my mom, I said, I know I won. I said, he was crying because I was getting the best of it. Because you had a judgment when this other guy is getting you like this. And so my mom told me, she said, look, stop complaining. When you start complaining, nothing work. She said, so if you go to this, what's gonna happen? They can get to that person because they judge who they think won. She said, but put 3 rounds in 2 rounds. so all of a sudden, I put everything in the 2 rounds, then I start stopping people.
Exactly.
That would make things better.
What was the other nickname boy used to call me? The white chocolate.
Yeah.
But so can I ask you something like, what you think was your toughest, like your 12th round, not only in boxing but also in life? You know, like the round you have to overcome most. What do you think was your 12th round, like your toughest round in boxing and in life?
Well, somehow the third round, 3, just seemed like when it got 3, it's almost our conditioning being tied at 3. And so glad that third round is over.
Yeah.
Like that. So I'm in the same thing when I fought the right reaction. I win the first 3 rounds. Then when it came that 4th round, oh man, he started getting me. He started coming back, and so I remember I started praying like this.
Yeah, because we both are Catholic. Even my mom, she's very Catholic. I'm born and raised in Italy. And my mom, she gave me that education. Like every Sunday, go to the church, be thankful for what you have. So, and at the end of the day, it's like you're a word of God.
Yeah, I'm very well because consistency. That's how you pick up habits, good or bad. Consistency in what you do. It's like if you're around bad people and stuff all the time, then you start doing this stuff on a day-to-day basis. You start picking up things that you didn't do, and so that's the whole big thing about being able to come home and repent. You have to guide yourself, and I got to ask God to forgive me for this little thing that I done, cause I was trying to be like my friend, cause my whole thing is that my mom didn't allow me to curse, so I always had to, for me to cuss, I had to look and see, did anybody know my mama, cause they told my mama I was gonna get it.
So what you think your pursuit in life is then?
So what?
Your pursuit. Sorry, my accent, goddamn Italian. Your pursuit, what's your motivation and how your your passion were born before you started to become pretty good at it, and you also had this champion mindset, because as a human being we are very similar, because we are very generous and we believe in God and we are men of God and all that, and we have a big heart. But I think what get us close as skills as a boxer was a lot of grit and determination. Like you hit me with 3 shots, I answer you back with 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So the thing was don't quit. My mama, that was pretty much what she said. She said, son, everybody gonna know something before you.
Yeah.
He said, but when he said, so what difference does it make? Somebody knows something before you. Eventually, when you get it, now you got to outwork them. So the whole determination is gonna be the key of life, because everybody get things at different times. Some people get it early, some people get it late, but whenever you get it, are you going to apply it? Are you going to work hard at it? And so I had good endurance. Somehow I just, a person could be winning the race, but it's how far the race is, because I know eventually I'm going to catch you. If they give me enough time, I'm going to catch you.
So, when I started to, come in this private gym and get, and then I was a little bit scared, but that was the fear that was keeping the fire alive, and the spirit and all that. So what was your biggest fear you had to overcome, if you ever had one?
I didn't like losing, and so.
Well, sometimes you learn from a loss too,
Well, you can, but the fact of the matter, when people don't like losing, they do whatever necessary. So you bring something else into your mind that is saying, well, I'm done.
Yeah, I understand.
It never did matter, because I knew that you never done till you quit. So
one thing is losing. Everybody loses sometimes.
What-
And that's what real champions are. You know, real champions. Even if you know what I mean, it's like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's like,
but not to me.
of course.
Cause you know, losing it mean when you stop. At the end, and you know, you set a goal. Your goal is that you're not gonna stop till you reach that goal.
You reach that goal.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm talking.
But sometimes
All this is practice. All this is
yeah.
Meaning that if you're gonna be great. Here you as a baby, and you said, and you so he gonna be great. But the point of the matter, they gotta get you in the mindset that you never gonna quit. You ain't. The whole big thing is you're not gonna win everything, but eventually, because you don't quit, you're gonna achieve what you wanted to achieve, and that's it.
You always come back stronger.
Well, see, the thing is that when people give people the wrong information, so regardless of what you keep getting up and trying, you know, it's just like a kid. A kid don't walk on their first day. They get up and trip, their leg trembling and all this.
You know something funny? I don't know if you ever know, but the first day that actually I was able to get into the private gym, the Heavyweight Factory, you were not there. So I found this gym and I drove. You remember I used to drive the scooter all the way down to the gym, like 50 miles and all that, to show up on time. The first day was Bo, I think Michael Moore and Stacy, and I asked them, you know, like, I want to fight. I came to America, you know, to be a champion. And you know, and the guy looked at me, you know, I was the only white guy, and this was even before I met you. So he said, you know, sorry, we can't help, you know, how many fights you have? I said, you know, I'm an amateur, but, you know, I want to try, I need some help. And they laughed at me, and they got so pissed, I slept outside the gym, and then the next day I started to shadow box outside the gym, and then when that day happened, you know, Bo and the guy, they let me in, and they made me start sparring, and they gave me the shot. You know, like, because I don't like if somebody laugh at me just because, you know, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm just I understand, you know, what you went through was the same thing that I went through daily, because everybody looked at me as a nobody. But I was a good athlete. They found out that they could not run me.
Of course.
I'm talking just as a kid. Now, I come to the boys club, this little poor kid, but I was at my greatest in anything that I did. Because, you know, I was faster than them. I could jump. I could do everything. You're like this. And so the boys club was the perfect place for me and all this. And so the coaches and stuff, all these coaches, they realized, man, if you get this one guy here, he got so much energy and all that. I just worked hard. You know, I listened real well and I followed direction. I said, you know, just like my mama, 3 pet peeves: listen, follow direction, don't quit.
Yeah.
Like this is, you know, and so a big part of it, my mama said, hey, you know, everybody get hurt. You just don't let nobody see you cry.
Of course. Yeah.
You don't let nobody see you cry. My mom said everybody cry. You just got to know when to cry.
When to, yeah.
You don't cry in front of nobody. You can cry to somebody, you know. But and that's one of the biggest things that helped me in boxing, is that I was able to, regardless of how I was feeling, look the same way. You know, you ain't gonna see me. Oh man, do we ever get tired? You know, my own thing is, you know, the whole big thing, you got to have that look and stuff like this and stuff. And when you listen to somebody, you hear what they're saying. You ain't worried. You look confident because you got that look on your face. You ain't showing your emotion.
And this was also the formula for your success, right?
Well, yeah. I'm saying this because the whole big thing is about. The big thing is you pretend to be something, eventually you'll become it. So that's when you don't practice nothing bad, because you'll become that bad person.
No.
And you know, so that's what happens.
And the last things I always wanted to ask, like, you know, in my personal life, when I started having injury, and then my dad passed away, and then I also stopped boxing for personal reason. That's when I really like lost the drive, and I think, like losing my dad was, the 12th round for me, because he was kind of the person that, he never believed in me, and then it was kind of a challenge to show him that, I was able to come to America and, become a professional trainer, and also I was dreaming to become a world champion. So when I lost him, and then I started having health problems, which I still have nowadays, like I still have all the injuries coming back at me. That's I think was, that was my 12th round, and I'm still learning how to let it go. So what was your 12th round in life?
Well, I never had, my whole thing is that, I didn't speak terribly well, and so what happened, I would always try, because my mama would tell me, say, keep it short and simple. Keep it short and simple. Don't sit there. So I would say yes, no, like this is, I wouldn't get into a long conversation. I just kept it short. And so, so when I didn't know, I didn't know how to answer something, it would bother me. And it would, with me, speaking was worse than a fight. I can go in a fight and fight.
Of course.
But
yes.
Then when it come down speaking, they put, as soon as that camera get on me, my heart just started doing like this. So I started looking at the person, after I get about 30 seconds, 45, that's it for me. I don't want to talk no more. Now, I could talk off the camera and all this, but when it come down to putting me on a tape, filming me and stuff like that, I didn't like that. But something, I'm talking, it was my fear of people laughing at me, because that's what people used to do.
It's normal. We just have to.
But I knew it was, but the fact of the matter, I worked so hard.
People laugh at you. When I started to box in Italy, I was 350 pounds, And
350
pounds?
Yeah.
I told you, even both.
But yeah, I know you told
me.
me.
My first trainer, I was 16, and then, what he told me, he said, hey, Rocky told me, I think you should stop boxing. I think you should stop boxing. Boxing ain't for you. And we were laughing, because I was chubby and fat, but
But that's what I'm saying, even though I never seen you heavy. When you said that, I said,
now I lost muscle because I don't train anymore. But I was obese. That's why I started to box, to lose weight.
What that one saying, your skin don't even hang.
I know, because I worked hard every day.
But what I'm saying, I ain't never seen no 350 pounds.
I show you a picture later.
But I never ever seen nothing. I ain't never seen nothing that you was heavy or anything like that. It's almost like you said that, and how tight your skin is and stuff. I'm like, that's amazing. That's amazing itself for a person to say, look, this is how he used to look.
Yeah, of course.
I'm talking to that should have been an example to say, look, hey, this is what I come to. I used to look like this. Now look. Everybody go, oh, shut, because the first thing because I don't have some people who was heavy, and they got down, and they started telling, I'm good, baby. I said, yeah, man, you on that crack. Yeah, because them the only people can get that stuff. I'm talking, they get on that crack, man. I'm talking, this stuff gets getting quick. And so that's what it was when the guy like this, because I realized that you've been walking around. I had a friend named Bubba. So, that means Bubba was big. And he was my partner. And he wasn't obesity. He just had big leg, big butt, and he like, he kind of had an arch in the back.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I was it was just, you know, he was a big guy, but he was my buddy.
Yeah.
But he learned how to box.
Yeah.
He learned how to box because he used to box with me and stuff. I would take him everywhere that we went. Then all of a sudden, one day, you know, in the projects that he used to live in, he'd go, and so you know, so the tougher guy in the project is the guy that wear his rag and he just beat up on everybody. And one day, he was there. The boy slapped him. He turned around and beat the guy up, and he became the head person of them projects. And he walked around. All of a sudden, I said, so he see me. Hey, he wanted to ride me in the closet. I said, man, no. I said, look, man, I'm just gonna box, man. I said, I ain't got time for that, Buck. He said, man, but I run the whole thing. I said, Buck, that's good for you. I said, I don't do that. My whole thing is that, you know, I always wanted something that my mama gonna be proud of. My mama told me, she said, son, I was a fool. I don't want you to be a fool. I said, because I was a fool, that's the reason I know it'll kill you, it'll ruin your whole life and all that. I don't want you to be one. And so she kept me into doing the right thing. Stop trying to be like somebody. Anytime somebody's showing you something, do they really want you to be better than them? Or they want to bring you down to their level?
You're right.
Like that. And so that was the things that
I think you have an incredible mindset, and I really think you're an icon, not only inside the ring but also outside the ring, because now that I get the opportunity to meet you, and we became good friends, and I know your spirit, and I know what are your what you stand for and all that. And I used to watch your fight when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, and I was obese, and all the people was making fun of me, and they wanted to box. I was always angry, and it was kind of my refugee. Everyone boxed for his own reason. So I really appreciate you, for everything. Like just to be around you, that's the biggest, win for me, because you're a great guy, and then you are boxing. You really are. I appreciate you, brother.